Servus zusammen, was geht ab? Ich bin Blaze und willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Let's Play-Folge von Steelrising. In der letzten Folge haben wir den instabilen Pionier platt gemacht gehabt. Ihr wisst ja, wie das geht. Mittlerweile ein paar Granaten drauf, Thema erledigt. Wir sind jetzt hier beim Checkpoint. Wir werden noch kurz unsere Flasche verbessern, ja. Das können wir ja machen. Wir haben ja so ein Ding gefunden. So, dann müssen wir es noch einmal machen und glaube ich, dann haben wir es auch, oder? Weiß ich gar nicht, wie oft haben wir es jetzt schon gemacht? Zweimal? Dreimal? Viermal? Ich denke dreimal bis jetzt, weil wir werden wahrscheinlich bis auf 300 kommen. Also müssen wir das Ding noch zweimal finden. Und dann bekommen wir auch die Trophy, dass wir unsere Flask maximal verbessert haben. Die Zuflucht. Da ist wer drin. Unser Marat wahrscheinlich. Guck mal da. Uiuiuiui. Hier ist aber ganz schön was los. Okay. Einmal Liebesbrief. Verschlossene Truhe. Blutige Rum Monsieur Marat befragen. Okay, das war also ein Quest-Item.
Look at them parading around like peacocks, these scoundrels, rotten to their very core. See how they proudly display their vices and shameful privileges, tirelessly working to drag morality through the mud, trampling love itself.
The Queen is said to have read your liaison before her husband banned it. It's hilarious, isn't it?
I'm not surprised. No matter how hard I work to denounce their immoral practices, the aristocrats saw my novel as nothing more than a light-hearted bit of fluff. How naive I was to imagine that my pen could slice away the gangrene of their debauchery.
Well, fortunately, you have more than one string to your bow, mon capitaine.
Okay. Schmugglerhut. Was Neues. Dalam kicken. Ei, bei Beute-Multiplikator. Ne, mir ist meine Panzerung doch lieber. So. Da ist also dieser komische Captain dann eingesperrt, nicht der Marat. Dann gehen wir mal zum Marat. Monsieur Marat finden. Alles klar, den haben wir.
Monsieur Marat.
Huh? Hey? Who goes there? La diable, je m'attendais. So this is the famous Huntress Diana I've heard so much about. Truly, 'tis an honor, madame. Now let me have a look at you. Oh, oui. You're just as they described. An angel of death, descended from the heavens to vanquish the clockwork tyrant.
Who depicted me this way, monsieur?
Mes compagnons, madame. Chief among them is Monsieur Chaudelot de Leclos. They have observed you dispensing justice all over the city. A most expeditious justice at that, as befits the crimes committed by our good king. What a strange machine you are. Gifted with intelligence, clearly, but also with speech and the freedom to do as you please. Cependant, you are still an automat. Who is your master?
Monsieur de Robespierre assured me that I would find you here.
Maximilien. A pure heart with a head full of dreams that cloud his perception of reality.
And you, Monsieur Marat. Who is your master?
I serve not a master, but a cause. That of the Duc d'Orléans. His cousin the king has no place on that throne, and nor does his wretched dynasty. The Bourbons, along with their wars, their crimes, and their vices, are finished. It's high time their scepter be passed to an enlightened, just monarch. One who is sympathetic to the people's sufferings. But now that I think about it, madame, look at us. We've been standing around chatting like old friends for several minutes, and I still don't know to what I owe the pleasure of your visit.
I must go to the Bastille, where Monsieur de Vaucanson is imprisoned.
Oui. Such a sad fate for a king's lackey. And what do you want with your creator? This man whose blood-stained hands built the army that's currently setting Paris ablaze.
What Vaucanson has done, only Vaucanson can undo.
Fair enough. Alas, while I come and go as I please through these tunnels, it is impossible to enter the fortress.
Impossible, dites-vous?
A sanguinary automat is spreading death and terror in the depths of this quarry. At the cost of their lives, my comrades were able to sabotage the floor of the cave to limit its movements. Nevertheless, it stands between you and the tunnel that leads to the Quartier du Temple. And that's the only way to reach the Bastille.
And yet that's exactly what I intend to do, Monsieur Marat.
À votre guise. I shall not attempt to dissuade you. There is one small thing, though. I had to disable the mobile walkways to protect myself from the automats. But since you managed to come here, I assume you already know a lot about these devices.
Indeed.
Here. This will allow you to reach the lower tunnels.
Aha, na dann.
Have you fixed the walkway?
I am working on it, Monsieur Marat.
That's the only way to reach the lower tunnels. The mechanism is on this level, near the walkway.
So, haben wir ja einiges zu lernen.
Who laid on this blood-stained mattress?
Oh, it's a strange story. I suppose you heard about what happened in Place Dauphine?
Indeed. I went there.
Well, we took in one of the survivors of the massacre. The only survivor, it seems. Despite his serious injuries, he was particularly talkative.
What did he tell you?
He kept saying that Lafayette was a traitor in the king's pay. That the flaxen-haired hero had deliberately handed his brand new National Guard over to the automats.
What evidence did your guest have?
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. It was based on a simple rumor that was circulating in the camp shortly before the Royal Army attacked. It would appear that several volunteers carried a yellow cartridge in their cartridge pouches. Most likely a subtle way for the conspirators to recognize each other. The subsequent disaster would tend to confirm this hypothesis. Vous ne croyez pas?
These are suspicions. Nothing more.
Right you are. Oh, if only I had proof of this conspiracy. Then I'd be able to scutter the ambitions of that cur Lafayette for good. The would-be dictator's plans would be foiled.
I must get to the bottom of this urgently.
Very well. I encourage you to do so. But remember that the Marquis could not have acted alone. If you can't find anything implicating him, look into the members of his staff. Start in Place Dauphine, where those brigands sullied the ground with their boots.
Monsieur Marat, did you take part in an operation that aimed to kidnap the Dauphin and his sister Charlotte?
Me take part in an operation? Nonsense. My only weapon is my pen, and I have sharpened it, believe you me. That said, we did receive some information concerning the children. Unfortunately, I'm sworn to secrecy. If such an operation did indeed take place, Monsieur de Leclos would have been the one behind it. Alas, I fear that he is no longer of this world. There is little doubt that he and his men fell in the galleries.
Dites-moi, Monsieur Marat, what exactly are you doing hiding in a quarry?
I've made a lot of enemies. In my publications, I have always denounced the corrupt, and those who corrupt them. These vampires who cheat the weak and bleed the nation dry. Chief among them? That crook, Lafayette. That Trenz Sabre. A career soldier who thinks he's Caesar. Not content to maintain an army of rats, this Blondin has all the Châtelet's judges in his pocket. It seems my prose upset him, as he swore to hunt me down.
Who are your
Patriots who come and go in the quarries throughout. Alas, there are my...
Members and supporters of the Third Estate have gathered at the Cordelier Convent.
Would you be so kind as to name them?
In addition to Monsieur de Robespierre, the Comte de Mirabeau is there.
Le Flambeau de Provence. An artful chameleon who skillfully dons every colour of the rainbow.
The Marquis de Lafayette, Monseigneur de...
Say no more. They're just the privileged class celebrating the marriage of cowardice and treason. With adversaries like them, the king is sure to triumph.
Who is Monsieur...
A brilliant writer whose pen has shaken, but is also an to his great...
So. Was denn der? Jetzt. Können wir weitermachen? Ja, auf jeden Fall...
I learned from Monsieur Marat. I will use the mobile walkway to reach the lower levels.
Auf jeden Fall haben wir viele neue Infos erhalten, die auch sehr wichtig sind für uns. Gut für unsere Nebenaufgaben. Wir müssen noch aufpassen, dass wir uns da nicht aus Versehen die ganzen Trophies verbauen.
That should have fixed the walkway.
Ach, der kommt von oben. Ich dachte, die wollen tiefer in die Stullen. Sind wir wieder... Ach so, ich konnte... Ach, scheiße. Man konnte aussuchen, in welche Richtung man gehen kann. Lol. Da war ich jetzt zu schnell mit dem Drücken. So, jetzt. Das heißt, haben wir jetzt wieder Bossfight oder was? Nee, noch nicht. Außerdem fehlt uns doch ein Echo. Gar keine Brandgranaten mehr. Ei, ei. Dann nehmen wir uns verbesserte Lähmgranaten. Das ist auch gut. Ja, wunderbar. 1A. Was ist das? Der hätte mich doch jetzt fast eingefroren. Ne? Wir waren auch nur fast. Sonst noch was? Nein, okay. Cool, wir haben wieder Granaten bekommen. Bin ich jetzt im Kreis gelaufen? Oh nee, da ist wieder so ein das ist hier so ein Kugeldude, ey. Hoppla. Scheiße. Das habe ich natürlich super hingekriegt. Läuft. Okay, das sind dann die anderen zwei Teile von der Ausrüstung, die uns gefehlt hätten. Wieder mehrere Möglichkeiten. Aha, aha, aha.
Monsieur Laclos was the Duc d'Orléans' faithful retainer. He was to prepare the way for his takeover, and now he has become one of the king's most bloodthirsty automats. How ironic.
Jo. Das stimmt wohl. Das ist jetzt auch etwas verwirrend. So, hier sind keine Items mehr. Also hier wahrscheinlich. War ja klar. So, hier waren wir gerade. Alles klar, gut. Da wird jetzt erstmal eingetreten. das sieht mir schwer... Ne, kein Bossfight. Okay, alles klar. Ich hätte jetzt wirklich drauf getippt, dass es ein Bossfight gewesen wäre, aber hier ist ja unser Checkpoint. Von daher kann es nicht sein. So, jetzt haben wir eine Feuerpistole erhalten. Ist zwar schön und gut, aber... ich muss hier leider andere Waffen aufwerten. Von daher bringt die mir jetzt arg wenig. So. Wenn ich hier rüberspringe, komme ich wieder auf die andere Seite. Das Thema hatten wir schon mal letzte Folge. Wo ich da aus Versehen rüber gejumpt bin. Und... wieder am Anfang vom Gebiet war aus Versehen. Weil ich dachte, da war ich noch nicht gewesen. So. Aber das sieht mir schwer nach Bossfight aus. Dann machen wir die doch mal gerade. Was war das denn? Junge. Springer von Montematre, Taurus besiegt.
Leclos, you're alive.
I'm a platoon. Ready. Fire! Fire at will! Oh, Senor. We can't stop them. They're upon us. Fixed bayonets. Fixed bayonets!
The fighting has stopped. It's over. What?
It was madness to attempt an attack on...
You're wrong. I'm a military man. It was a bold man after all.
Bla 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 bla.
Why'd
With
We-
the in neck and
said
how on earth did
She's... What?
that
Ah, okay, wir haben...
tell me
we were prepared to not that?
who catch...
There was then with a
I intend to enter the Bastille and
for what possible reason, mon Dieu?
She claims that he's the only one who can stop the machines.
Indeed, it's possible. In that case, if you're ready to face the abomination that blocked my path and slaughtered my lieutenants, then don't waste a second. Let's not stay here much longer, Marat. Let's head back to our burrow. There's still some wine left, n'est-ce pas?
More than enough, Leclos. More than enough.
Wonderful. We'll drink to our broken dreams until this finally comes to an end.
Gut. Lief jetzt ein bisschen anders als erwartet. Ich hätte jetzt nicht gedacht, dass der Bossfight direkt wieder losgeht, aber... Ja, war jetzt eben wie es war. Effizienter Kontermodul 3. Geil. Das brauche ich. Genau sowas brauche ich. Ach nee, ist dieses Schild-Dings, ne? Scheiße. Spezialtechnik Schild oder Schild parieren kann. Kapier ich nicht. Nee, das muss dazugehören. Genau. Gut, dann würde ich sagen, dann beenden wir hier die Folge. Weil es halt ein Bossfight mit gewesen, ist ja nicht so schlimm. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Ihr dürft mir gerne einen Kommentar, Daumen nach oben da lassen, da würde ich mich sehr drüber freuen. Wir sehen uns dann im nächsten Video und bis dahin wünsche ich alles Gute und bis bald dann. Euer Blaze.